ATL HOE Pizza Show. Now I'm talking about it's your boy Denver. We here, Varasanos. Let's go check it out.
Okay, so anyway, so I'm gonna do the trick. So the first trick is kind of the obvious trick, is I'm just gonna go ahead and put one of these together.
It's amazing.
But now comes the really good trick. You ready for the good trick? Is this one's good and scrambled too? Yeah, good. I love a couple scrambles. I'm gonna match this to his scramble one.
Oh wow. Okay.
Alright, so let's get started. Can you tell I've done this before?
Yeah. Dope. ATL. Right.
This is our little basil garden here, so we've got all kinds of basil. Down here I've got some oregano, sage, a little bit of oregano for the next pizza. We're gonna pick some of this. We got some tarragon, Mexican tarragon here. We got rosemary down there. I got yerba buena and mojito mint and stevia and a lemon balm. I'm gonna pick some thyme also that we use for one or two of the pieces. Over here real quick. I got a second time of bringing over here, second one green. So we're gonna pick a little of each. And it's pretty neat. I'm making some amaretto cherry chocolate gelato. That distinguishes me is like a lot of restaurants, honestly, a lot of pizzerias, I'll be honest, are there one-trick ponies. So like they come and maybe they have a good margarita pizza, maybe they have a good specialty in the house.
Gotcha.
And then kind of the rest of the menu is like filler. So it's either like weird combinations that don't actually taste amazing. They're just like, it looks creative, you're reading it, but when you taste it, you're just like, totally forgettable.
There's a few names, a few spots that pop up in my head when you describe it like that.
You know.
No, I understand completely.
Yeah. Or the other thing is they to fill out a menu, it's just permutations. So it's like our regular pizza, our regular pizza with pepperoni, our regular pizza with mushrooms, our regular with sausage, pepperoni and sausage, pepperoni and mushrooms. Like, guys, we got it. We have toppings.
Right.
You know? But to actually have as many combinations as we have, you know, that can be at a given time maybe a dozen on the menu. But I have like over 20 that I would consider top tier, and another 20 that I would consider second tier, would still be the best at almost every other place.
Nice.
So we have like probably the most, we certainly have the most creative menu in the South, but probably the most, I mean, outside. Yeah, I'd probably have to go to Italy. Even the top places in New York they have like some good things, but they don't have the depth that I have. You know, one is seafood, one is a Sicilian thicker one, one is citrus, one is sweet, and actual combinations that actually really work. And you're gonna see that now.
How did you start with like pizza making?
You know, it's funny. My mom sent me about a year ago. She sent me. She was going through an old box and she found like an essay I wrote in the 3rd grade, "What's your favorite food?" And it was pizza. It was pretty neat. But look, I just like to eat. You know, I was really like a software engineer. I'm not really like a restaurant owner.
Software engineer.
Yeah, so I'm like a C++ programmer.
See, the nigga fat, he a nerd, he a mathematician. Yeah.
I guess in 2005, late 2005, early 2006, I had been in Atlanta for several years, and I was trying to make pizza, and it was tough back then because there really were no books on how to do it. Like all the people that wrote a book, they're like, none of the top places in New York will tell you what they did. Right? And the people that will tell you what they did, they know what they're talking
People
about.
got killed over recipes and stuff like that in New York.
I don't know about that.
That's what I've heard. So where you from originally?
I'm from the Bronx.
Bronx?
Yeah.
Okay, what part of the Bronx?
The Bronx. Co-op City.
Co-op City?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about the Bronx.
No.
I know a little bit about Staten Island and I know like, a tiny bit about Brooklyn.
Where are you from?
Originally different from Colorado, raised in Atlanta, but I had a lot of ties to New York City.
I went to Danino's. The best pizza. Danino's is the best pizzeria on Staten Island. So the famous pizza. I know the whole world about the pizza.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to get to know them. That's
So
what this show was
Danino's
about.
is the best. There's another place called Joe and Pat's,
Okay.
which is good. It's not as good as Danino's. There's another one there. Is it Godfather or Goodfellas? I can't remember one of those two. But it's like the original unit, not like some chain. And it's pretty good also. But Danino's that's really good.
You making 4 different flavors?
I'm making 4 flavors on this pizza. Yeah.
So
We're
what are
dividing it
the
into
4
quarters.
flavors?
Okay.
Wow.
You gotta see what
This
you
is
try.
some really scientific stuff here.
This is pretty. Yes. I've been called the mad scientist of
See, the nigga fat, he a nerd, he a
I
mathematician.
wrote this website in 2005 on how to make pizza, and within 3 months it became the #1 website in the whole world. It wasn't like an official thing. It was literally just a page that I had written like, and just thrown on my corporate website.
Gotcha.
So it was like I had a tech startup, like a software company, and which was called Think 2020, and I just had it was like bring2020.com/pizza recipe. It wasn't even a
Gotcha.
and but it kind of took the internet, like a little bit by storm. Like there are always pizza nerds that hang out on a website called pizzamaking.com. But at the time, you know, this is way back in the old days, most of the pizzas on there just looked like they were homemade. They didn't look like they were anything like professional. So all these guys were trying to make stuff that looked professional, but they just really were. You could just be on there for 2 seconds and realize it's like homemade stuff.
Yeah.
And so when I posted on my webpage the first stuff that looked kind of professional, it actually ended up doubling the traffic on the entire site. It had hundreds of people on the site. The entire traffic on the site doubled almost instantly for that whole month, as everyone started like debating all the stuff I was saying. So in the recipe that I put up there, it wasn't even a recipe. It was like writing a book. It was like 20,000 words, and it was a lot of complaining. To be honest with you. There was a lot of complaints about all the other recipes that you would see. So it's really weird. Like you would see the same recipe all the time. It was like you start with warm water, and then you add the yeast, and you let it proof, and you maybe add a little sugar, and it will start to bubble. So you wait like 10 minutes to see if it's like the yeast is active, and then you add in like all your flour, and you put it in like a KitchenAid mixer, and you mix it until it's like pretty smooth, and then you take it out and you knead it like really hard for like 20 minutes until it's like totally smooth. The crazy thing is there's like 20 mistakes. I didn't even say 20 things. I swear to God, everything about that.
Like I've heard that like New York pizza is synonymous for its taste because of the water in New York City, right?
There's a whole lot of people that don't know how to make pizza using that as an excuse for why they're it's totally meaningless.
Is there any way we could explain the things, or is it still?
Okay, yeah, so we will. But basically, this is a margarita. It's still a little different than the margarita that's on the menu, though, because I'm just dolloping things on. It's a little heavier on the cheese. Doesn't seem like it, but you're going to see this pie is actually going to be even maybe up to too wet. It's got too much stuff on it. If anything. This is the same, but with pancetta, and this is actually going to end up with 2 flavors because we're going to do before and after the garlic, and it's going to be like a whole different thing. 3 drops of garlic is going to transform this into a totally dish. You're going to see that. This is what's called the Nanas pizza. So it's different mix of herbs. It's got the filo de latte, the American cow's milk. This is the imported water buffalo cheese.
Water buffalo?
Yeah,
cheese?
water buffalo. Yeah, that's super traditional Italian.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the cow's milk. This is the water buffalo milk. It's got higher butter fat in it. It's very, very good. And this is the nanas, but with roasted peppers. Not really as a topping, but really more like as an ingredient into the sauce. So the sauce here is going to taste
Nigga fat, he a nerd, he a math.
Yeah, we're going to see. One of the things that makes my pizza so difficult to replicate too, I am adding a lot of ingredients after and before and doing a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. Science.
So they do not even fit yet.
Shout out to Bill Nye, you heard. Shout out to Jeff Varasano, you heard. ATL HOE show, you know what I'm talking about. Right! Yo, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, post notifications, all of that.
Finished. That's still not 100% finished. What about it? So I'm gonna start adding some extra. Oops, it is. I'm gonna start with some black pepper on that one.
Yeah, that wasn't long at all.
No. So then we're gonna do a little olive oil on this one here. And we're gonna do some parm. Here. Over most of it. Let's see. Lighter on that side.
I'm just like, I'm in awe and amazed right now.
It's pretty neat process.
Yeah,
And now I'm gonna
process
add,
everything absolutely.
yeah. Which leaves it. That's the time. So these are some of those leaves I picked outside, right?
Yeah.
This is the oregano leaf. So this is a different breed of oregano leaf. Yeah, so we got two breeds of oregano leaves right here. And this is a little more parsley. Okay. Gonna add a little more oil onto this. And that's it. Now we're gonna dig into it. This one we're gonna deal with separately.
Okay. ATL HOE show, I'm talking about. Get into it. Jeff Varasano. And which one is this again?
This is the margarita.
Margarita. Yo,
It's that delay.
no cap. No cap.
No, I ain't what that. I'm eating your bubble.
Now, you about to eat all of it. Francis, watch out, bro.
Okay, you're gonna try this one next. It's gonna have a totally different flavor profile.
Which one was this one?
Yeah. This is banana.
Banana?
Yeah.
Okay, and what exactly is Nana?
Banana's my grandma.
Oh, the Nana.
Yeah.
Here we go, Nana.
Come on.
See, I'm always a fan of a good crunch, a nice crust. This crust, not too wet, not too dry. It's like the perfect, chef's kiss, yes.
All right, next one is this one. So here's the deal. This has got a little bit of a pancetta on it.
Okay.
And pancetta is the pork belly.
Yep.
So it's like the same cut as bacon.
Okay.
Like if I took this round piece here and I unrolled it, it would basically be a slice of bacon.
Right.
And it just gets rolled up and then it gets cured. But it's not salted or smoked the way it's not really smoked the way the American bacon is. It's gonna have a different flavor to it. Take a bite just of that front piece here. I'm still adding one more ingredient, but I want you to try it.
Okay.
And without.
Okay, copy that.
This is without. Now this is super weird. Now I'm gonna add 3 drops of this garlic oil to it. or 4 drops. Okay? Now, from that, it's going to taste like a whole different thing.
All right. And cheddar plus 4 drops of the secret.
And all that is olive oil and garlic.
Yo. Whoa. I wasn't expecting that on the back end. That's really dope. I don't even know how to explain that. No, seriously.
No, I know. It's like shocking.
Wow. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't believe that it's going to be different.
Whoa, wait. Y'all don't understand. It's like,
And all it is olive oil that's been brushed with garlic. Like it's not. I didn't even get any pieces of garlic down there. Everyone's like, "Oh, I need more garlic."
the only way I can describe that in my language is like, it's like a really good OG Kush. Like OG Kush. Like it's a really good OG Kush. Like an OG Kush, like you'll start smoking it and then like it won't hit you until like a little bit after you start smoking.
I guess
so. That's what this. That's the only way I can describe this. But it's tastes amazing. That's what it is.
All right, we gotta mix the brown. We'll end with the brownies.
Okay.
All right, this is next. Okay. Go for that one.
This one? Which one is this again?
This is the bananas, but with roasted peppers in the sauce.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna have a very different flavor.
Yeah. I see why you call it nanas. Tastes like home. This is like very like comfort food.
Yeah,
Kind of like level.
for sure.
I'm blown away. I didn't know what to expect coming here. I didn't even lie to you. I didn't know what to expect, but
We got more to come. I told you I got more flavors.
yeah.
Yeah, oh wow.
Oh,
Now we're gonna
yeah.
go on a totally different thing.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely coming back. Had it.
Hey Sal, what happened to that gelato? Did they try it?
Varasano's Buckhead.
Yeah. Let's stop it. Let's
Don't
get
meet
us-
me there, beat me there. You heard? ATL HOE show. I'm talking about.
It's pretty easy.
Amaretto cherry gelato.
Definitely needed more booze.
A little more
But
booze.
I ran out. That was all I had.
Oh.
We didn't ask for it. We didn't realize we were running out.
Wow. That's really good. Really good. Wait, what you got going on right there? That's not for us, right?
Yeah, that's for you. Yeah, we're going crazy. We got a long way to go here. We're starting.
We going crazy, y'all.
Alright, so this is caramelized onion under here, and there's the 2 types of cheese. Emmentaler. This is that's a Swiss cheese. This is a Dutch cheese called Gouda. I'm sorry, a Dutch Gouda called Varasano.
Okay.
I've tried a lot of other Goudas, but it's the only one. Did you try this one?
I am. I'm doing some now.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Coca-Cola to this. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before, which is I'm going to try to get a couple of flavors out of the slice, you know. So I'm going to put this meat on the back of it so that we can taste the front separate from the back. It's going to have a different profile, different flavor profile with the meat and without. Yeah, so I want you to try this, and then we're going to try that one.
What gave you the idea to use caramel
That particular one came from a pot, actually, like a punch
Okay.
that had Emmentaler and bacon, like the Swiss cheese and bacon. And I converted it from a tart into a pizza.
Okay.
And then I switched the meats on it. Just different meat cheese, but the basic concept was there. almost like you have like a quiche. You know what I mean? But this wasn't eggless. So these are two kinds.
Blowing my mind over here, Jeff. I'm not even lie to you, bro.
I told you last time you just like ordered random things.
Right.
And I was like,
No.
you want to do the real thing. You
Nah,
gotta
100%.
You gotta come and you gotta
Yes,
come
sir.
to the property.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just trying to protect the center here. When I do it, sometimes they bleed into each other, and it's just difficult to get them right. Put a little separator here. Sometimes that works. All right. Now this is gonna have greens on it. These are all still changing, so they're not even close to That's one of the things, like I said, it makes our stuff so difficult. Yeah, half the ingredients are going up to like a third of it. And adding a little arugula to this one here. This side gets a little Coca-Cola. So this is the same meat, but this is cooked and this is not. It's gonna have a little difference because of that. And then here I have 2 kinds in my hand of fresh oregano, 2 different plants from the garden.
So what's the difference between that and like a prosciutto?
Oh, okay. So the pancetta is the belly, and the prosciutto is the leg, it's the ham, and then this is the shoulder, and this is the best of them. So if you watched Sopranos,
So it's like a pernil.
what's that?
Like a pernil.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta have one at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I had my mother-in-law hook you up.
All right. Look forward to that. This is thyme. So that's a different strain of thyme. Very different. And then a little parsley is going on this one here. You can see what a pain these are. But every ingredient you're going to taste in the end. You're going to see. This one's finished. That one's finished. This one's finished. This one is almost finished. I'm going to shave just a little bit of Parmesan on this.
See the nigga fight, he a nerd, he a mathematician.
Yeah.
That's it. Now we're totally finished. I think we'll start with the mushroom. Let's start with the mushroom.
Start with the mushroom. You said parsley, right?
Parsley and thyme.
And thyme. That was amazing. Wow. The earthiness is spot on.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll do that with like a dark beer or something like that.
Yeah. And this is candied caramelized onion.
So the first bite will just be a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
And it won't have the meat. And then when you get back to the meat, it's going to change totally. This is also earthy but sweet at the same time. The next bite's going to have the salt a little bit. Which one do you prefer? I know which one.
I think it depends on the day for me. I think it would depend on the beer that I'm in the mood for that day, right? Okay.
All right, next one here is going to be that one for sure. We cut off this. I'm going to take that one. That little. It's hard when we're doing these split seats to keep them all like on their own. You know? Here, just do that. If I separate it, version, then it gets all switched together.
Tastes like heaven, I ain't gonna lie. So, my favorite pizza before today, ingredient was Moisture Bistro here at Phipps. I don't know if they still do, but they used to make prosciutto arugula with a slightly white base. Similar to this, but
Probably prosciutto. We have prosciutto.
this kind of tastes the cake. It's definitely elevated, and I appreciate this. This is my favorite thing today.
Okay. Well,
This is my favorite thing today, personally.
I'll
Everything's been
I'll let
amazing.
Nucci know. Nucci's was named after Nucci. It's a good story of how it's named.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tell that story.
Okay. That's all good.
But let me
This
just
is
say,
not
the
good.
when I see prosciutto on a pizza, like prosciutto on things, I know they don't know.
Okay.
They know like fancy names of fancy ingredients.
Gotcha.
Prosciutto doesn't work on a pizza because it doesn't crisp up. If you want a pizza that's going to be hot and get the crust like light and airy like this, it's only going to be up in a short time, which is not enough time for the prosciutto to crisp up at all. And instead, actually, any moisture comes off the pizza, especially with that soft meat, it's just going to make the prosciutto soggy first and then crispy later, but later never coming. It's just going to end up soggy. It's going to end up flavorless and just soggy.
So you gotta eat that pizza quick.
Yeah, but Coca-Cola, Gabagool, from Jersey, it's totally different. That's gonna
Gabagool.
crisp up. That's gonna crisp up.
Oh, word.
See the nigga back, he a nerd, he a mathematician.
Yeah. All right. Un más. Word. And this one was the arugula,
A little spritz of lemon.
little spritz of lemon,
Ricotta.
ricotta.
For y'all. It means recooked.
Ricotta.
Yes.
Did I say that kind of?
Ricotta.
Ricotta.
Yeah.
I gotta roll that R a little bit harder, right? Ricotta.
So like when you start with milk, right, and then you warm it up till it's like body temperature. Like making cheese is a lot like drinking milk. Like you're heating it exactly to body temperature, getting the same acid you have in your stomach, the same temperature you have in your stomach, right? And the same enzymes you have in your stomach. And that's what separates out the solid curds from the whey, right? And the curds, if you take them and you pull them, you'll end up with mozzarella cheese. If you kind of pack them down and then start adding various cultures to it, you can end up with any of these other cheese, so blue cheese, whatever it is, right? Age it, dry it out. They get drier and drier as they age. They get all different kinds of flavors from the different cultures. But if you just pull it by itself, it's just mozzarella. But that whey left over still has a little bit of protein in it. And if you recook it, recook it to about 180 degrees, eventually more proteins and calcium will start coming out of it, and you can just kind of strain it and collect it as a little flex, and that's what we got there. So we got that mozzarella and beef together.
All that mozzarella. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Amazing.
Right. See it just oozing out, right? Or you haven't had it all underneath. Go with that.
ATL pizza show. I'm talking about fried pizza.
fried. Just because it's fried don't mean I can't put more oil.
Yo, speechless. You wonder how I'm not talking is because it's so much goodness and flavor that I can't even describe with words. If you look at my face through all of this, like, that's gonna be the best description. All this pizza, like, and like really, like seriously, don't beat me there, don't meet me there, beat me there. Okay, Varasanos, Buckhead, Atlanta, ATL HOE Pizza.
Can we get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break?
Big was definitely not just Alfred Hitchcock. He was Stanley Kubrick. He was Langston Hughes. He was Donald Owens. He was the one. He was the one. He had more than just rap. He had the look. He had the presence, vocal presence and physical presence on the stage. He looked like a king. He's a true king of hip-hop.
But of course, in a highly competitive music genre like hip-hop, nobody would be satisfied to share the same throne with other people.
Productions.
Everybody wanted to...
ATL HOE Pizza Show, I'm talking about, we're gonna take the small chronic break. Motherfucking, I got this King Roll 4-pack, of Junior's 4-pack, straight from Cali. Some pre-roll King Rolls, Cookie Kush flour, indica, Sky OG cannabis oil. Oh, it's cannabis oil and keef infused pre-rolls. Total THC is 40%. 40% THC, 6.8 CBD. Damn. Cannabis oil and keef infused pre-roll. That sounds crazy. Let's see what it's like. I fucked with the packaging for sure. Definitely like the packaging a lot. Ugh. Okay, not supposed to take it out all the way, I guess.
Just pump the top.
And boom. Oh, sophisticated. Got four pre-roll joints in this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got keef on the outside. Let me see. Keef. Got the keef on the outside.
Hits Lead Productions.
Pre-roll. See what they hitting for.
The undisputed number one. And in order to get that title, you needed everything. Record sales, the best albums, the best lyrics, and of course, the respect from all your peers. Nas of selling out within the community after his sound became more commercial with his second album. Others criticized him for the change in style. While Illmatic was just a hardcore hip-hop album, it was written embraced mafioso and gangster themes. Kinda like Biggie once he became more successful, which Raekwon and Ghost initially criticized. So Nas was technically doing the exact same thing. But Biggie had that transition earlier with Junior Mafia and all the music videos for Ready to Die, which came out even before the Cuban Links album.
He lives by the rules of the game. He lives off of mafia image. I'm bringing him showing how he totally disregarded the rules of the game and he's everything but a mafia nigga. Right, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody's about me, nigga, me, nigga. I fucked your bitch, I took 5 shots, I went your crew. I mean, I just what?
But anyway, Pac died on September 13th after being gunned down in Las Vegas, and Big had a near-fatal car accident shortly after. A day before that, Big got arrested for smoking marijuana. And for some reason, the Lexus truck stopped working and wouldn't start.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that other good shit. I'm talking about ATL
They had to obtain a rental car, a Chevrolet Lumina to be exact.